Why, hello. Yes, hello. Hello. Anyways, I don't know why the background is blurry, but I wanted to show you the pretty view, but it's blurry. So, today is the day that I do another video. Today I got some more interesting view for you guys because I'm going to show you some images of a trailer that I'm looking to buy, and also some information about me talking with ChatGPT. Yes, you heard that right, ChatGPT. It's been a really interesting chat with this computer, because it's been very interesting talking to this thing, and I took my chances talking with it because I honestly don't have anybody to talk to about my issues, and I keep noticing that I have shaved a little too much on this side right, compared to this side, but I am letting it grow again because it has to be even. And I keep noticing that I have more longer hair. Boy, I chopped it up, didn't I? Dumbass. Anyways, so I've been talking to ChatGPT, and it's like a very, very intelligent tool. And I'm going to show you some of the things that it responded with, because I've been just trying to figure out what to do. Because as you guys know, I have been very, very frustrated with the way things are going with me and my life, and that apartment that I left. I didn't leave it permanently. So let me go back with. First of all, I had found this trailer, and the downside of it is that, well, let me see if I can enlarge it. No, damn it. Yeah, there it goes. No, that's about as large as it's going to get. So this trailer is in Utah. Yes, it is way the hell out there in Utah. And it is close to almost Salt Lake City, Utah. And it's a long ways. And but here's the thing. I'm going to narrow down my face here so you can see this more. This is a 21-foot trailer, front to back. And the guy dropped it down from $1,400 to $1,000. Okay, so let me sit up better. I'm in my beach chair back here. I wish I could sit back because of my back. So I'm going to try to do the best here I can. So I found this trailer, you guys, and like I said, it's in Utah. It's a bit of a ways, and I almost took off today. So here's some pictures. It's not all beat up, and this is another reason I liked it, is because a lot of the trailers that you see here in California, I know that if you I've looked at trailers in Sacramento. They're very well taken care of. But if you look at other trailers in the vicinity, even others, I don't know what the hell they do to them. I mean, they're totally beat up, and they don't even clean the fucking toilet or the shower, nothing. It looks like just total destruction. Or they paint them all funky, and they don't even have the registration. It's a bill of sale. I've already looked online of what it takes to register a trailer if you just have a bill of sale. It ain't that easy, people. you could run into problems, and it's all money. The problems would be, for example, there's back pay, there's late fees because they never registered it, and it's just a big mess, and I don't want to deal with that. I already have enough headaches. So I decided that from now on, I'm going to find a trailer that has the title and current registration. And people in Sacramento and other places that are pretty far usually have their shit together. Like this guy. I have $2,500. Well, actually $24 now. I got $2,400, and I filled up my gas tank for the first time in a very, 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 very long time. Boy, what a difference. To see that needle all the way full, past the full line. That's exciting. Anyways, so I got $2,400, and yeah, so but if you look at this trailer, it is in very good condition. It's in very good condition, and they cleaned it. Look at this. It's nice. So there's a few things that I would remove, and the guy actually sent me some information on the trailer. If I can find the messenger here, here it is, and he sent me some more photographs of the trailer, but for some reason now it's not showing me the messenger. Okay, come on, you bastard. Show me messenger. Ah, here it is. So, okay, so the guy responded. It's down here. So the guy, I called him he called me today, and gave me more heads up on the trailer. So it does have, like every frickin' trailer, some damage on the bathroom area, but it's okay, because I was planning to remodel the whole bathroom, and I was planning to do it anyways. And there's also some parts in the he sent me a bunch of pictures. Here we go. Yeah, and also I think somewhere in the front, but like I said, it's okay, because I was going to remove some of the things. But look at how clean it is. It doesn't look like crap. See, here's where the damage is in the shower. This is the shower, but again, I would redo the whole shower and make it look really nice. The floor, look at that. This ain't messenger, this is something else. Or is it? Anyways, you guys, I think you get the idea. So, also, there is some there's some other come on. I've been finding somewhat affordable Airstream, and there's other ones that are called Argosy, I think, trailers, within the under 20 feet. But I have to save a little bit more. Like, for example, I don't know, let's see, I found this one. It's in Santa Barbara. It does need work. Oh, this one's a 27 foot, sorry. That's way too big. I think it's, I've seen some small ones. Let's see this one. It's just a shell, but it's in Oregon. And I think, what does this say? I think it's under 20 feet. It's missing the windows and so forth, but $2,300, and it's missing the floor. I know what you're gonna say. That's all right though, because you can start fresh yourself. The one thing I did notice is that some of the Airstreams that I've seen are missing the floor, and I believe there's supposed to be a whole aluminum bottom floor underneath the frame, and this one is missing that, so I'm not sure. I guess you can put plywood and all kinds of stuff underneath it. I guess you can, and then you can fix the windows. You can go to Mexico and get those windows fixed. But the point of this thing is that, yes, it looks ugly and needs a lot of work, but it's very, very light to pull. And it's spacious, okay? And you can do it the way you want to do. So I like it, but I don't have $2,300 to throw away right now because I would be completely broke. But there's others that I've seen that are, like 3,000, under 4,000 I've seen. And I thought, well, I said, why not save a little more money? And, here's one 2,500. This one I think needs a little more work than the other one, but it looks better, the frame. It's missing the metal. But they're really, really light. And who doesn't like an Airstream? But it requires more money. So anyhow, the bottom line is that, and also there's another brand called the Argosy, I think it's called, Argosy. Here's this one here. I think this one's a little bigger. But that's all right though. Look at this one, $4,000. You can drop it down. It's in Oregon. If you tell them, hey, you're coming from San Diego, can you work with me on the price? You betcha. I've never seen this, how the windows are. Oh, they're welded. Look at that. The windows are welded here. The frame, it's not wood like wow. See, all this is aluminum. Here, the welding is gone. The frame, you have to figure, yeah, it needs more work than you think, but that's all right. So I thought about, well, you can stay and save a little more money and maybe get lucky sooner or later with a nice Airstream, or the other one, I forget what it's called, the Argosy, I think. Really nice and small too. So I was getting very frustrated with ChatGPT. I mean, with everything going on, because with me here in this apartment, and this is ChatGPT, by the way, and it has all my discussions that I've had with it. So what I was going to discuss is some of these things here that, because I don't have anyone that I can talk to, I was really hoping that I would get more, interaction with, people viewing my videos. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. Not a whole lot, but the few people that have interacted with me, I really appreciated that, because I get excited. That wow, somebody is reading or watching my videos and having an interest. So it's nice. It feels good. Feels like, for me, that I'm alive, because I don't have anybody except my little dog, and that's it. So when I need some help, like last night, I said, go back to ChatGPT, and it's free. And it makes you see a lot of things that you don't even realize. It's made me see a lot of things that you don't realize. It analyzes your goals, your desires, your faults, the ifs, the ands, the buts. But it also gives you, I guess, a lot of encouragement with solutions, realistic solutions. So I want to show you some of that. And this is interesting, because when it responded last night, it said, actually this was this morning, it said, from everything you've told me over the months, months. So see, it knows all my conversations. Your long-term dream is clear. You want freedom near the ocean, community, creativity, and self-reliance. And here's the other thing it said, because I told it about the apartment, what a shitty place and blah blah blah. So it says, you also know you want to feel safe, not desperate. Yes. It says, but you're torn because you're torn between Baja, courtside, trailer, lifestyle, leave the apartment, or keep the apartment and get a trailer. You know, I've told it like so many things that I've been researching. So for example, what I found is that I found a couple RV storages, and the cheapest one I found was $150 a month, but you have to call constantly to see if there's anything available. They're not going to call you and say, hey, we have something open. No, you have to call. Well, that's the cheapest one. The most expensive one was $250. And I said, well, what if I could stay in the apartment and get a trailer and get the RV storage, because you have in and out privileges, and then you can leave and keep your apartment, the new one, and hopefully the new one is a much better living situation, but you're still not going to be able to play your music loud. Well, that's where the trailer comes in, okay? Either way, I'm going to have to buy a trailer no matter what, okay? It doesn't make no difference whether you stay or go. You're going to have to buy. I'm going to have to buy one. There's no out of it, okay? But the problem is that, should I stay or should I go with the apartment? Okay, so I was saying that if I got the trailer, I could rent an RV storage and keep it there and keep the apartment and hope to God it's a nice new apartment that they move me to. But they don't know when it's going to be. It could be, I don't know. So my frustration has been sitting in this van for these last 4 days now, because it feels like my life is just passing and passing and passing and passing and passing, and it sucks, you know. So that's when I decided to talk to ChatGPT about what to do. Should I go to Utah and buy that, buy that trailer? And like I said, I talked to the guy this morning. He told me the details, blah, 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 blah. So when ChatGPT wrote back, here's what it replied back. He goes, this is what was really interesting, this comment. You also know the cheap apartment, meaning I pay cheap rent. Yeah, but to what price? At what price am I paying for that cheap rental? At the price of killing my spirit. It's right here. It says, you also know the cheap apartment is killing my spirit. Whoa, I wasn't expecting that. And it's right. ChatGPT is right. That apartment is killing my spirit. Yeah, I'm paying cheap rent, $350. You get to cook, you don't pay utilities, you don't pay nothing, but at what price are you paying for that? You don't even fucking sleep there, Damien. You hardly ever, you leave all the time. At what price? It's killing my spirit, it's killing my music spirit, it's killing my livelihood, it's killing a lot of things. So do I want to pay for that in order to have an apartment at $350 a month, no utilities paid, blah, 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 and keep living that false American dream and that false, or I should say more or less, that false freedom that America says? There's no fucking freedom. You're a slave. So I mean, don't get me wrong, I am grateful, absolutely, to have that apartment, but at what cost? At what cost? I told you in the other video, I left the apartment on Sunday night because the weekend of Halloween, there was like pounding on the walls all night long. I couldn't sleep. And then some other drug addicts were having their lula kebab kumbaya going on with other tenants fighting outside my window. And then the neighbor to the right, on another day, they were kicking the door so loud, bah, yelling at 11:30 at night, I think, and it went on for like 30 minutes. I got so stressed, man. I said, fuck. Lord have mercy. So that's when I said, fuck this. Pack up and get out, man. Back to the van. And I said, I hope to God that the new place comes soon. And I hope to God that it's a much better place to live. So then that's when I said, okay, what's the point of going to the new apartment if you're still not going to be able to play your music, write music? And and you people might be thinking, a lot of people might be thinking, oh, well, why don't you just play with your headphones and play your, ding, 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 ding. No, people, this is much farther. This is much higher music writing than that. We're talking about racks of music gear, amplifiers, where you need sound reinforcement. It's not a side hobby I have. This is like all I have. This is all I have in my life to really live for. If I had a girlfriend, that would be nice. I am single. Hello. And my teeth are real. Hello. So I said, so then that's when I went to ChatGPT and said, hey man, what do I do here? Well, I slowly am coming to realize that no matter which way you go, you're still going to have to get the apartment. I mean, the trailer. But the goal of staying in the apartment is, if you stay in the apartment for 2 years, you can earn an actual Section 8 voucher. And when you earn that voucher, then you hit the Holy Grail. How so? Because my dream has always been to move to Hawaii, the Big Island. I could have been there, but if you're young and you're stupid and you're busy with TikTok, not saving money, thinking you have your life, all your life, the rest of your life, because you're young and strong and blah, blah, blah. Well, I'll tell you what, man. If you don't do a fucking thing for yourself, and you think that, and if you don't save money or follow your dream and stop wasting money on cars or who knows what, clothing, secure your home, your finances first. Because if you get to my age and you don't got shit, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it. Don't be stupid and throw your money foolishly. Bite your fucking lip, man. Put money aside. Anyways, I could have been to Hawaii. I could have been there in Hawaii a long time ago, but my drug addiction kept me from it. That's a whole different story. Anyways, I've been sober for a while. So anyhow, so when ChatGPT responded, it's killing my spirit. Yeah, well, I have to get a trailer no matter what, because I'm not going to let it kill my spirit. I guess I'm just getting frustrated, and I almost went to Utah, but then it started to break down. A round trip to Utah is going to be 1,400 miles, and at the gas prices and what my van takes, that's going to take $400 or so dollars. Plus, I believe I could benefit from it having a tune-up. Not that it's misfiring or anything like that, but I've had it for like 4 years or 5 since 2020. Well, yeah, 5 years, and I haven't done anything to the tune-up. I don't drive a whole lot. That tune-up is $650. I have $2,400, and then I got to register it. I got to do some repairs. So it would leave me with very little money. So I guess it talked me out of it. Okay. If I didn't have the apartment, I would have been there already. I would have been to Utah right now. Yes. But since I still have the apartment, and if I did go to Utah, I still have to come back here, and I got nowhere to park it. I wanted to show you the background because there's a lot of people right now over here with RVs and trailers, and I mean a lot of them. And even though these people have been there for days, maybe even a week, I guess I just don't want to stress. I could probably be safe to park there a couple of times, but to have to move it constantly, I just don't want to deal with all that stress, At least if I have the trailer park storage, I would feel much better. So anyways, so ChatGPT here is giving me a path, forward. I told it that I had forgotten to add some other information. So here's what it finally said. What it suggests is to stay in the apartment, but get the trailer and then take it from there. See what it's like, get the storage park, pay the storage for $150 to $250. I won't have as much money left, but at least I'll start to learn my way into the trailer and have a safe place to live, a home base until I am ready either to leave or if I decide to stay. And that would give me, oh my God, my creative juices going. And hope to God the new apartment is a nice one, a quiet one. Because it says here the pros, you keep your Section 8 path alive. That's huge. In 2 years, a federal voucher could open the door to Hawaii, Baja, or anywhere in the U.S. Freedom with security. You get quiet time in your van or trailer when needed without losing housing. I can record music and do short creative retreats in the trailer without worrying about being fully mobile yet. Okay. Easier access to medical, yeah. Okay, storage, rent, okay, so I have to pay. The cons, I'll still have to tolerate your apartment neighbors and the noise for now. But I pay the rent, if you'll pay rent, leaving less room for travel or savings, but that's okay. Again, it would give me the opportunity to slowly learn about the trailer living and so forth, whether to leave it or not. Emotionally, this is the safest but strategic path, it said. You build your future quietly while keeping your options open. You'd be free to leave on weekends and whenever you can't stand the apartment. Now, I could go to Utah, it said, now, but it's a fast track. It's a fast track. Independence immediately. Your creativity would start immediately, and that's for sure. That would be a lot of fun. It would be a lot of fun. I can record everything. I'd invest in that GoPro fucking dongle for the microphone and do a lot of videos. I'd record everything. But the cons, tight finances after the gas tune-up registration and repairs to the trailer. I can also risk mechanical problems with the van. If that happens, oof, that would be very, very, very hard on me. And if I decide to leave the apartment, then I lose the track of Section 8. It says here, which is like losing a golden key to affordable stability later. And the downs is that I would have to stress uncertainty for parking and so forth. It's a bold move, but risky, it says. So according to ChatGPT, the hybrid sweet spot is to buy the trailer no matter what, store it locally, stay in the apartment long enough to earn the voucher or handle registration and repairs. I could add to that, or decide whether you're going to go or not. Use the trailer for weekend trips, Mission Bay, desert, quiet spots. When you're ready, move full-time into it and head towards Baja or Arizona. Okay? If I want to go that route and leave the apartment. But I would start immediately to build my life again, and that's exciting. That would be very, very exciting. The cons, you'd have to, So my honest take, it says, from everything you've said, you're longing for freedom and your awareness of how fragile your resources are financially, yes. The hybrid plan seems like your most empowering route. And I think the solution here is patience. I have to continue being patient. And I think going to Utah is not the right thing. It's just too far, a lot of money, and I'd be left with almost nothing. So it's saying that it would like to help me find trailers right here locally, and it wants to write me a draft for hybrid lifestyle, storage, budgeting, short trips, etc. And here I'm going to tell it, proceed with the use trailers in San Diego or nearby, and a hybrid lifestyle draft, please. See what it says. This is live right now. I mean, actually, searching for used trailers. No, E250. Oh. ChatGPT can make mistakes. What? Thanks for the correction. Oh my God. Now I'm going to start yelling at and saying, hey, I thought you were perfect. Anyways, so this is what it responded. So anyways, you guys, I have to read this later. hybrid lifestyle plan. Phase 1, stabilize and acquire. I have to read all this later because I have to think about all this stuff. I can't process everything, that quickly. So anyways, you guys, that's what I've been doing. and I think that's the direction that I'm going to take, is that I'm going to be more patient. It gets frustrating, it really does, being in this van and not being able to be as productive as you want to. I see all this music gear being sold also, and I can't buy it. What's the point? I can't even use it as nice as I could. Well, I hope you found something interesting in this video. And if you have comments, that would be really nice. I can respond them to you guys. So if you see a trailer out there, I got $2,400. Okay, bye.